Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be more of just like a chatty announcement slash reflection video. I made the decision maybe about a week or two ago to go on a no-buy, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what my rules for the no-buy are going to be, why I decided to do it, and also kind of tie in a little bit of a makeup inventory. I've kind of seen that go around the YouTube space lately. People have been sharing what's currently in their makeup collection, and I feel like it's very relevant to why I need to go on a no-buy right now, because I just feel like I have too much. Like, I am incredibly blessed to have as much makeup and skincare and whatnot as I do, but I honestly feel like I'm at this tipping point where it's more than I feel like I can appreciate, to the point where it's overwhelming, and I need to like take a step back and just use what I have instead of going out and buying more stuff. Now, this video is going up at the end of May, and I've already started my no-buy. The very last purchase that I made was on May 23rd, and it was for Nabla Cosmetics. Now, I know, if you've been watching my videos, I mentioned that I wanted to basically treat myself to a Nabla haul for my birthday in July. My birthday is July 3rd, so it's coming up. It's just about a month away, and the new Secret palette just launched, and I really wanted to buy it, and I figured, you know what, I've been wanting to try Nabla for a while, so why not just buy enough to get the free shipping and treat myself to a haul of things I'd really like to use. So that was my initial plan, and then of course, like right around the time the Secret palette launched, I went on the Nabla website just to kind of look at what they had, start making a wish list, and I saw that they were doing a promotion for the launch of the Secret palette, where if you purchased the palette, you would get 15% off your entire order. So I had a few moments of internal debate, because I just said to you guys, like, I bought a lot of new stuff in May and April, and I really don't need to buy new makeup right now, so like I wanted to kind of take a little break between now and my birthday. But then I was also thinking to myself, like, if I'm going to buy this makeup now or a month from now, doesn't it make sense to buy it with a discount? Like, Nabla is an Italian brand. They're not going to have sales for the 4th of July. They're not going to have sales for Memorial Day. So, like, I have absolutely no idea when the next time they'll discount their products is going to be. It doesn't seem to me like they do a lot of sales. So I basically just said to myself, you know what? It's only a month, and if I can save 15%, I'm better off saving that money than not saving that money. So I just decided to place the order. It came in yesterday. I just filmed a video trying everything on that will be going up for you guys, I think, this Saturday. That's how I created this look that you're seeing right now. Spoiler, I really enjoyed pretty much everything that I bought. So yeah, that was the last beauty purchase that I made, and I intend on that being the last beauty purchase that I'm going to make for a while. So here is what I'm thinking for my no-buy. I'm not going to let myself make any beauty, fashion, or lifestyle purchases from now or since May 23rd through the end of June. Now, knowing that my birthday is July 3rd, like, I'm gonna get 8 billion birthday coupons, I may get some gift cards, so I don't want to necessarily say that I'm not allowed to buy anything in July, but I intend on doing a low buy for July. Now, I am going to allow myself a few exceptions for a few things that may come up in these next couple of months. I'm not gonna count like cotton rounds or other things that are kind of more essentials and not like strictly makeup. So like if I run out of them and I need to buy more, I'm not going to count those against my no buy. But even if I run out of, say, my favorite brow pencil or my favorite mascara, I have no shortage of other options in my stash. So I'm not going to repurchase anything that I have on hand right now if I have another comparable version of the same product in my stash. I also am still intending on getting my FabFitFun and my BoxyLuxe box in June. I paid for an annual subscription to FabFitFun, so that is already paid for. BoxyCharm I pay for in 3-month increments, and it actually is due to renew on June 1st for the next 3 months, and that's something that is kind of already built into my spending budget. Like, I knew and planned on reviewing BoxyCharm for pretty much this entire year. I honestly probably should have just paid for the annual subscription instead of paying for it 3 months at a time and like saving myself the money, but I digress. I didn't really want to cancel BoxyCharm and then try to resubscribe. There's usually a wait list. It's a pain in the butt. I don't really want to lose my subscription and you can't pause it. Not to mention the fact that there are quite a few things in the June BoxyLuxe box that I'm really excited about. So I am going to be getting those 2 boxes. And honestly, knowing that they're coming, this was even more fuel to my fire of like, I need to go on a no-buy. I'm not going to be completely deprived of new beauty stuff to test out in the next month because I know those boxes are coming. So there's absolutely no reason that I need to go out and buy more makeup in the next month. The only other exception that I can think of that like I know I'm going to need to buy in the next month are like wedding gifts. I'm going to some weddings, so I know I'm going to need to purchase gifts for people, but since those are not like personal use items, I'm not really counting them towards my no buy. But makeup, clothes, shoes, bags, home decor, random stuff that I want to get from TJ Maxx, journals, pens, basically all of that, everything that is not like a necessity, that's not like food or gas from my car or electricity, I am not going to buy those things for the month of June, and I'm going to try to buy very little in the month of July. To be honest, it would be even great to try to take my no-buy through the end of the summer, through August, because I really feel like I have enough on hand to carry me through that amount of time, but we'll see. I mean, I know I have like over 1,000 points saved up at Ulta. I probably will rack up another 1,000 in the next couple of months with my Ulta credit card, just buying the things that I need to buy in my life. So I may be able to do a haul come August without actually spending any of my own money, which would be really cool. So yeah, basically my intention is just to be a lot more money conscious and a lot more conscious of what I physically have on hand. I know I've been doing the whole like shop my stash everyday makeup drawer series here on my channel, and it's awesome. I love it, but even with that, I feel like I still have a lot. I have more than I need, and I really need to do a better job of trying to use what I have. So as of right now, I am on a no buy. I'm pretty excited about it. I still have like pretty much all of my content planned out through the end of June. And on that note, if you guys missed my little update I did on my community tab, so I tried out doing 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday, to see how that went. And honestly, my views went down when I did that, which was crazy because it was like 2 extra videos than what I normally post, which says to me it might be a little bit overwhelming for you guys to just keep up with it, because I know not all of you watch YouTube every day. Y'all busy lives and stuff going on. So I decided to go back to every other day, essentially. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then another video on the weekends. So you guys will still get more videos than I was doing before, like a total of 4 instead of 3, but it's spaced out a little bit more to give you guys time to catch up. So let me know what you think about the new schedule. Let me know what you think about the no buy. I would love to know if you guys are also planning on doing a no buy. I know like no buy July is a really popular thing because it sounds good, but again, when your birthday's in July, like honestly, I don't think it's realistic to say to myself, I'm not going to let myself buy anything that month because I know I'm gonna want to. So we're just doing no buy June in these parts, and maybe low buy July, low buy August. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that decision. I think it's going to make me feel a lot better about my beauty collection. That being said, so let me tell you what I discovered upon inventorying my makeup collection. Now here's the thing, in the world of being a beauty influencer, I feel like makeup collections can vary so greatly. You have some people that have a literal Sephora store in their homes, like they have as much makeup as you could go out and expect to find in a retail shop. And then you have some people with very minimal curated collections that really only have what they need on hand. And then you basically have everything you can think of like in between. Now, as far as where I fall, I feel like I have way more makeup than the average person ever needs. Like my makeup collection is definitely not what I would call like normal for the typical average person. I have a lot a lot of makeup. But I also feel like compared to other influencers, my collection is more modest. Like, I don't have 250 eyeshadow palettes, but there's a lot of variation in between like 3 and 250, you know? Basically what I'm saying is I recognize that I have a lot of makeup and I feel very fortunate to have what I do. A lot of this I bought, a lot of it was given to me in PR, and a lot of it I got in subscription boxes that I pay for. Also, I want to put it out there, this makeup collection didn't happen overnight. I started blogging in 2013 and I was already a makeup junkie when I started blogging. I don't think I have any makeup currently in my collection from 2013 at this point, but a lot of what I have is several years old. So many things I have, like, it's not like I just got them within the last 3 months. It took me many years to build up the collection that I have. So when we get down to the like actual numbers, when I counted, and I will let you know, I did include in this total my single eyeshadows. So like every single one of my ColourPop individual magnetic pans I counted as one product. I also have shadows from ABH, Makeup Geek, etc. So I feel like that inflated the total number a bit, but to me, like, it is still a single makeup product. It still should count, so I wanted to count it. So that being said, I have a total of 465 individual pieces of makeup in my collection at this moment, and 38 out of the 465 are minis. I am currently in the middle of a mini product project pan, so I'm actually trying to use up some of those minis. So that number actually is probably going to go down soon because a few of them I know are going to end up in my empties basket very soon. But as I stand right now, this moment, 38 of them. Now, as far as the breakdown of like specific product types, let me quickly go through that for you guys. I have 13 primers. 8 of them are for the face, 5 of them are for the eyes. That's kind of a lot. I know I have some variation in types of primers. 2 of them are minis actually out of the 8 face primers, and I'm almost done with them, so that number will go down to 6, which feels like a little bit better at least. And I know with the eye primers, at least one of those is a glitter glue. I have like MAC Paint Pot. Like, I have a few different kinds of primers in there, but still, like, I probably don't need more than 3. Then as far as like my priming and setting sprays go, I have 12, and that I feel like is definitely kind of super out of control. Like, I don't need 12 setting sprays. That is totally bananas. I'm loving the Too Faced Peach Mist so much right now. I really like the Urban Decay All Nighter as well. Honestly, those are probably the only 2 I really need. I think having maybe like one other setting spray that's not mattifying might be nice, but like seriously, I just need to use up what I have because 12 is too many. I have 16 foundations. 14 of them are unique. I think I have 2 shades of the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and I have 2 shades of the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion foundation, but everything else is a unique product. I've got 3 powder foundations, 12 liquid foundations, and 1 stick foundation. Now, I definitely have more foundation than I need, but I would say that I'm pretty curated right now with my foundations. Like, I could probably think of a couple right off the top of my head that I could declutter, but for the most part, I actually use the ones that I have, and I try to do a pretty good job of rotating through them. I have 14 concealers. 12 of them are unique. I've got 2 different shades of Shape Tape and 2 different shades of the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. One of the Shape Tapes I am trying to pan. I have been for a while. It's getting towards the end, so I will soon hopefully have 13 concealers instead of 14, but like, man, that is also a lot. I know I'm also close to finishing like 2 to 3 concealers that are in my stash right now on top of the Shape Tape, so hopefully that number will come down soon. Again, another reason why I need to do a no-buy, because I've been on such a concealer kick lately. I've been wanting to try everything, and now I've ended up with like way too many. So in the next couple of months, I just need to focus on using up some of what I've got. I have 13 different setting powders. 2 of them are minis, which I am trying to use up in my project pan, and it's actually surprisingly difficult because I feel like they're just going on forever and ever and ever. But yeah, setting powder was the one that really, like, I feel like got out of control this year because I used to only have like 3 or 4. Like, I feel like if I go back and watch the declutter video I did back in January, that number would be significantly lower. Now, 11 of those powders are loose, and 2 of the minis are included in that. And then I have 2 pressed powders, which is actually reasonable. I can deal with 2 pressed powders. Now, I love blush. Like, I would not have named my blog Little Blushing Birdie had I not been kind of a total blush junkie. But I have got 26 freaking blushes. 26! Now, 23 of them are unique products, and 2 of the 26 are minis. I've got 2 shades of the Lorac Color Source blush, 2 of the Becca Luminous Flush blushes, 2 Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes, and well, one of those 2 is a mini. But everything else in my collection is like a single color I have of one formula. 26 though, I mean seriously, like I know I love blush, but like, I don't know how I ended up with 26 blushes. I mean, I do. It's because I like it and I can't stop buying it. This is why I did not let myself get those freaking Cover FX duos that look super, super pretty. Like, I don't need more blush right now, as much as I love it. And of course, when I just did the Nabla haul, I bought a blush because I wanted to do like a full face of Nabla and I just wanted a blush. But 26 is like, is a lot. Now, I will say, it's not like all 26 of the same shade. I really like color variation in my blush, so I do have quite a variety of different finishes, textures, colors. Like I have some with glow, some without, some that are pink, some that are more nude, some that have more of like a rosy purple plum undertone. So like I definitely will always have a large blush collection. That's just who I am. I like blush. It's one of the things I really enjoy in my makeup collection and like having a variety of. But like I feel like I could probably, you know, take that down by about 10 and still be fine. Now, one of the more reasonable parts of my makeup collection is my bronzer collection. I have 7 bronzers. 7 bronzers is still a lot, but like comparatively speaking, very reasonable. They're all different, all from different brands, mostly matte. I'm not really big into shimmery bronzers. And honestly, I love pretty much all the bronzers that I have. It's one of the things that if I don't like it or I don't feel like it works for me, I declutter it fairly quickly. So I feel pretty good about that. I like my bronzers. I'm in a good place. I don't need to buy any more, but like, we're good. For face palettes, and now I considered a face palette anything that had 2 or more shades of 2 different types of face products. So if something had 2 blushes, I counted it as a blush. If it had 2 highlights, I counted it as a highlight. But if it had a blush and a highlight, I counted it as a face palette. So I have 12 face palettes in my collection. Now, I do actually use my face palettes quite a bit and I really enjoy them, especially when I'm traveling. Like, I almost always will take a face palette and an eyeshadow palette instead of taking singles of those particular types of products. It's just so much easier to travel with and it takes up a lot less space. Not to mention the fact that I like to actually know I'm getting some use out of those products. So I can think right off of the top of my head, like, I absolutely love my Too Faced Natural Face Palette. I love the new Smashbox Ablaze face palette that I got. But like, I know that there are a couple of them in there that I like a lot, but I don't know, have I reached for them in a while? Like, I know I've got a couple Pixie face palettes that are really good, but I haven't been using them. So like, right there, just knowing now that I'm up to the number 12, like, it's kind of definitely more than I need. For brows, I've got 16 different products. 15 of them are unique. 1 is a mini. I've got 6 brow pencils in that. 4 like liquid pomade type products. One of them I have a dupe. That's the Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream from Cella. Love that guy. I have 5 like brow fiber gel type products and 1 brow powder. Now, this is one of those places where I feel like 16 is a lot, but actually it ends up not being as much considering how quickly I actually go through brow products and how many different kinds of brow products that I have. I definitely don't need all of the tinted brow gels that I have. I don't like them all equally, so some of them probably I could pretty easily say goodbye to. But the pencils I know I will actually finish. Like the J-Cat one that I have is pretty much almost done. So those are things I know I use. Every time I do my makeup, I always do my brows, so I know I go through them. I definitely don't need to buy any for quite a while. Like, I've got enough to get me through the end of the year and then some, but I feel like it's at least the kind of stuff I know I'm gonna get use out of. For eyeliners, I have 21 different eyeliners. 14 of them are unique products, 1 is a mini. I have 13 pencil eyeliners, 5 liquid eyeliners, and 3 eyeliners in pots. This again is one of those ones that sounds bad, but I don't actually think is as bad as it seems, especially with the pencils, because a lot of them are different shades. I know I have like maybe 4 different colors of the Pixie Endless Silky eye pens, which I absolutely love. I have like 3 shades of the Marc Jacobs highliners, which are also amazing. I tried during my declutter I did in January to get rid of eyeliners I wasn't using or that were duplicates in color, and I don't think I've bought anything new since then. I haven't purchased an eyeliner since January. I've just been using what I have. I may have received 1 or 2 things in subscription boxes, but that's pretty much it. I'm really just trying to make good use out of the eyeliners that I've got. So like, definitely I'm not planning on like just going out and decluttering from that, but I know that some of them are naturally gonna get old, gonna get used up, so that's where we're at on that front. Single eyeshadows are where things get a little bit crazy, and that's mostly because of my like ColourPop singles, Makeup Geek, ABH, etc. that are just like the little naked metal pans that I have in a magnetic palette. I've got 59 of those. 59. I know, it's a lot, but like considering that, you know, many of them I got on sale or got like in the ColourPop Build Your Own Palette deal, I didn't really pay full price for any of those. I got them all like at a really good deal, but yeah, I got 59 of those on hand. I also have 8 eyeshadow crayons. I have 12 eyeshadow singles that are like in compacts or that are things like the Tarte Chrome paints. And I have 20 liquid eyeshadows, which include things like the Stila Glittering Glow or like that new Ciate glitter I got in my BoxyCharm. My camera battery just died on me. This is how I know I've been filming too much today, so I apologize if the background just went all crazy for a moment. Anyway, as I was saying, that brings the total of my single eyeshadows to 99. 99 single eyeshadows. That's a lot. Now, when it comes to palettes, on the other hand, I have 38 of them, and that is still pretty up there. That does include like any quads or quints, like small palettes as well as large ones, but yeah, still a very sizable number. I feel like eyeshadow palettes is one of those things a lot of makeup lovers collect and have a lot of. Like, I know it's not uncommon for people to have upwards of 100 eyeshadow palettes when they're like super into makeup and eyeshadow is their thing. So I actually feel like 38 is not as bad as it seems. Like, there are a couple in my collection that I like, but I could probably live without. But for the most part, I would say my eyeshadow palette collection is actually pretty curated. I really do love most of the palettes that I have. Then I have my loose pigments and glitters. I've got 15 of those. 10 of them are pigments, 5 are glitters. I feel like that's actually not super bad. I've been really into pigments and glitters lately. I know 5 of the 10 pigments mentioned there are from JCat, the Vanity Goddess chromatic pigments. I did a whole video on those at the beginning of this year, testing them out. They're a lot of fun. I definitely should use them more than I, have been, but as you can see, when you have 99 single eyeshadows and 38 eyeshadow palettes, also trying to get to pigments when you only have 1 set of eyes and there's only 30 days in the month, like, kind of a lot. Then we move on to mascara. Now, I've got 9 tubes of mascara sitting in my house at the present moment, which is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. 3 of them are Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras. 1 is the one I'm currently using that I'm probably going to be putting into my empties bin very soon because it's been open for probably like 3-4 months now. And then the other 2, I believe I got one in a subscription box and the other one in the set that I bought that had like all the Too Faced peach products during the Sephora spring sale. So I am stocked up on that guy for a while. And then I have got 6 other mascaras on hand from different brands. Needless to say, I don't need to buy mascara for the rest of the year. Like, I am more than set. I'm sure between now and December I will get mascaras in subscription boxes, so I'm good there. And then finally, the last section of my beauty collection that is by far the most out of control are my lip products. I have 132 lip products. 132. And that is not including the lip balms and treatments I showed you guys in my video on Monday. I know. I have 34 bullet lipsticks. I have 33 lip glosses. I have 44 liquid lipsticks. 11 lip crayons, like the nude sticks ones, and 11 lip liners. And this is the thing about lip products. I feel like I know I have too many. I always know I have too many, and yet they are one of the first things I gravitate towards buying. And part of that is just lip products as a general category have so much variation. You have all these different kinds of finishes, you have all these different kind of colors. So you have things that are nude, things that are matte, things that are shimmery, you have lip liners, you have the crayons. So like, all of a sudden it's very easy to end up with a lot of different things, because as a person that craves variety, like, you want to just keep, expanding your options. But lip products are some of the first to go bad. Like, at least powder products, honestly, will last years before they get funky. Like, you could probably have a blush or a bronzer for 3-4 years and it will be fine. But a lip gloss, like, by the 2-year mark, it is probably going to be super funky. Like, usually the recommendations, you throw them away after a year, and there is absolutely no way in heck I know I would be able to go through 132 lip products in a single year. That basically, really, when it comes down to it, you're getting like to use each one 3 times. If you were using a different one every 3 days for an entire year, that's crazy. So of everything, I feel like lip products are the thing I need to stop buying, because I just am never going to be able to use what I have. It's super wasteful, and like, I know that. I think it's just been hard for me because I love lip products so much. Individually, they're also not as expensive as buying like an eyeshadow palette or a highlighter or a blush a lot of the time. So I think they're just easier to justify, But that's insane. Like, really, that's too many. And I know that I'm gonna get more in PR, because I feel like lip products are things that are often sent out in PR. Like, I don't get a ton of makeup PR. I really get more skincare than anything else. But I feel like it's very common that, especially if a brand does have a new lip launch, if they are going to send it out in PR, they often send out the whole thing. And in that situation, you end up with like way too many shades of that one lip product. And I will say that usually when that happens, I will immediately give away 3/4 of what I got and just keep a couple for myself, because I know I'm not going to use them all. But even then, that's 3 or 4 more new lip products that are being added to my collection. So yeah, I understand why this got as crazy as it's gotten, and I think it's like definitely way too many, and I know I love lip products and I enjoy them so much. But yeah, this was like super eye-opening. Like 44 liquid lipsticks. Why do I need 44 liquid lipsticks? Like, I don't. So that's what's in my makeup stash right now as of the end of May. I know we're not quite halfway through 2019 yet. We're getting there. And since I'm not planning on buying anything in the next month, these numbers shouldn't change too much. Like I said, I know I'm getting Boxy Luxe. I know that FabFitFun is coming, so I know some new goodies are going to be coming my way. Odds are I'll probably get some kind of PR in June. I would expect maybe at least a package or 2. So these numbers will inevitably go up, but I'm also going to try to really work hard on panning stuff, and if I need to, at the end of June, maybe I will think about doing like a mid-year makeup declutter and just letting go of some of this stuff if I know I really don't need it. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this was helpful or interesting in some way for you. If you are also planning on doing a no-buy, let me know. Leave a comment down below, or a low-buy, whatever. Definitely, let's band together and try to save our money a little bit. I know a lot of you out there are also makeup junkies like me and have way too much stuff and know you have too much stuff, but just can't help yourself a little bit when it comes to wanting to buy more makeup. So let's stand strong. Put the wallets down, put the credit card away for a little while, and just enjoy what we have. And if you want to still treat yourself, that's fine. I'm not gonna judge. I am not a judgy person. I know, I really need to do this for myself. I think I'll feel really good if I just stick to my guns and don't buy any more makeup, skincare, whatever in the next month. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm actually gonna need to reschedule my Stitch Fix too. I think I have one coming in June, and since I'm also saying no clothes, I don't even want the temptation. I think I'm just gonna reschedule that guy to July. Anyway, I'm getting myself derailed over here, but thank you guys again for hanging out with me. If you want to see more of my videos in the future, make sure you subscribe, come back, hang out with me again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.